No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. This door is open. This door right here, this door is open to you. Is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Melbourne, a positive path for spiritual living. I want to affirm that something good, something wonderful is going to happen to you today because you decided to be here and celebrate the God of your understanding. Please stand and join us in our opening song, My Soul is Welcome Here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Yes, it is. My soul is welcome here. So is yours. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Let's invite divine presence into our midst here. Let's let this presence be part of who and what we are this morning, knowing that we are here to be in communion with each other, to be present, to experience the divinity within us. We accept this in and through the name and the power of Jesus Christ, and so it is. Amen. Thank
you. And good morning to everyone who is joining us here, not only in the sanctuary, but also virtually online. My name is Randy Fillmore, and I am one of the licensed Unity teachers here at Unity of Melbourne, and it is my absolute joy, my pleasure to be up here for you today. Reverend Harold Correa is our guest minister today, and I know that he always provides a thought-provoking and informative talk, and I look forward to hearing what that is today. So thank you all for being not only here, but also there as well. And if you have a smart device, some might actually call them dumb devices, or only because they're insecure about how they feel about a device, an electronic device that might be smarter than they are, please take it out right now. I'm not going to ask you to silence it, but what I'm going to ask you to do is to go ahead and check in. Let the people who are visiting us virtually know that you are here. And for those of you who are joining us virtually, please sign in to either the Facebook chat stream, let us know where you're joining us from, or for those who are watching on YouTube, please let us know where you are. And like us, subscribe to us on social media. And I understand the Instagram page is up and operating and just posted. So if you are an Instagrammer, please check that out as well, as content is being updated by our own Nikki Helton. Thank you very much, Nikki, for doing all of that as well. At Unity, first off, do we have anyone here who is joining us for the first time in the sanctuary? We have a few. Great. Thank you. Have you received your gift bag from us? You have. Then the people outside are working. They're doing their job. And we thank you for joining us here today. At Unity of Melbourne, and those of you who are joining us maybe virtually for the first time, we do not have a vision statement. We don't have a mission statement. What we have is a why statement. Why we exist. Why Unity of Melbourne not only exists, but what makes us so special. And that why is we love and accept ourselves and others and heal our world. That's what makes us unique. That's what fills our purpose. We love and accept ourselves and others and heal our world. And we do that through 5 hows. And those hows then translate into whats. And those are the activities, those are the classes, those are the things. And I'll be talking about that later on in the announcement section. But right now, I'd invite you to affirm with me. We're not saying it, we are affirming it. We are affirming our love and accept ourselves and others and heal our world. Why? Because as we voice this, we put energy. We put energy into it, and we make it so. So, Joseph, can I get that slide back up? You're working on it, I know, diligently with that mouse. Together, please join me as we say, we love and accept ourselves and others and heal our world. We do want to bless all of the children. We have a few children in our sanctuary today, and we are affirming that there is, at least 473 children watching us online because cartoons are already over and football is not yet ready to take hold. So all of the children that are not only here, but also who are watching either live or at a later point in time, we have a children's blessing. And it's, what I'm going to do is those of you who have been here a while, you know it by heart. But we're going to take it slow this time. We're going to take it one line at a time. So I'm going to say a line, and I'm going to ask you to repeat it back with me. Children, we love you. Children, we love you. Children, we bless you. Children, we bless you. Children, we appreciate you. And children, we behold the Christ you are. And we claim that to be so. Today's daily word for October the 13th is belong. The affirmation is, as spiritual beings, we all belong in the heart of God. A true sense of belonging is one of the best feelings in the world. It's knowing I am at home, fully accepted, just as I am, and valued for my unique contributions. Today I celebrate my belongings as a divine being, a child of God. No matter what my station in life, what my personal history may be, or my particular circumstances, I am a valued member of the human family. I extend this understanding to all others. I look beyond the appearances and even my own preconceived notions to see my fellow beings as divine. I honor their unique gifts just as I would want them to honor mine. We all belong together. We belong to one another. We belong in the family of God. Today's scripture is based, the affirmation rather, is based on John 17, verses 20 and 21. I ask not only on behalf of these, but also on behalf of those who will believe in me through their word, that they may all be one. Please affirm with me our affirmation today. Together, as spiritual beings, we all belong to the heart of God. And now Ariel will read today's daily word in Spanish.
Muy buenos días. Buenos días a los que nos están viendo en líneas también. La palabra diaria para hoy, domingo, octubre 13, es pertenecer. La afirmación: como seres espirituales, pertenecemos al corazón de Dios. El sentido de pertenencia es uno de los mayores regalos de la vida. Es sentirme en casa, plenamente aceptado, tal como soy y valorado por mis contribuciones únicas. Hoy celebro mi sentido de pertenencia como un ser divino, un hijo de Dios. Sin importar mi posición en la vida, mi historia personal o mis circunstancias particulares, soy un miembro valioso de la familia humana y aplico este entendimiento a todos los demás. Veo más allá de las apariencias y nociones preconcebidas para reconocer a mis semejantes como seres divinos. Honro sus dones únicos, tal como me gustaría que honraran los míos. Nos pertenecemos unos a otros. Todos pertenecemos a la familia de Dios. La reflexión de hoy está inspirada en el libro de Juan, capítulo 17, versos 20 y 21. No ruego solo por estos, ruego también por los que han de creer en mí por el mensaje de ellos, para que todos sean uno. Amén.
Let's go ahead and take this opportunity to prepare for a time of meditation. And I just want to remind you of some of the cares and concerns of some of those in our congregation. Valerie Holloway, her husband Daryl, they just moved Daryl into hospice the other day. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Holloway family. And with others, Ethan and Tetta, for healing, and there are others as well on the prayer list. So let's go ahead and take those ideas and thoughts into our time of meditation today.
I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. You are
If you would like to maintain this feeling that you have right now, if you wish to close your eyes, you want to take a deep breath as you're able. And as you do this, relax. Let's do one more breath. Now I want you to just become aware of your body right where you are. Not making any more efforts to breathe. Let it happen naturally as it is supposed to. If there are any feelings in your body, just be with them. Even if it's a discomfort, be okay with it. We invite that divine presence we call God, that we call the Christ, that we call the Holy Spirit, into our midst. I would like you to focus at the back of your heart. As we know it in unity, it is our center of love. Feel that love for each other, for your loved ones, for yourself, and for that presence we call God. Let's call into our presence also our best wishes for Gary and his family. And if there's anyone else you're thinking about for yourselves, you may do so now. And I want you to take this feeling of love and yes, of gratitude, and let it permeate every single cell of your body. And from this point, let it mix with everyone here, knowing that as we mix together, we multiply that feeling, that light, that loving presence. And let's take it to the rest of the city, the rest of the country, and around the globe. And I want you to just keep feeling this, knowing that you are more powerful than you think, because you are a child of God. You are as God created you. We all are And I want you to send this feeling, this thoughts and feelings of love, of light, of healing all over the world as we go into the silence. I am as God created me. We are as God created us. We are one with the divine. And as we slowly start coming back into this room, into the awareness of this room, we give thanks for being here, for everyone in this sanctuary, for all our loved ones, our friends. And let's take this feeling the rest of the day, the rest of the week, in everything that we are and in everything that we do. We accept this and we are grateful for this in and through the name and the power of Jesus Christ. And so it is. Amen.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory Gonna be the first on the dance floor, the first to raise my hand, the first to state my opinion, the first to take a stand. I won't play it safe and wait for a sign. I'm gonna throw myself out there and let my light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. I let my big, bright, brilliant beam of radiant light shine. I'll be on Oprah and Conan, 60 Minutes and The View. They'll all be talking about me and all the things I do. I'll be the one who sets the bar, the one who's in the know. Vogue will come to me to see how fashion trends will go. 'Cause I shine, yes I shine. I let mantra. I practice kindness every day. I take time to connect, take time to have fun. I wanna know I used up every drop before my life is done. So I shine, yes I shine. I let my big, bright, brilliant beam of radiant light shine. For too many years I hid my light, fearing I was too much and who I was just wasn't right. Then I heard this voice from within and up above say, you're here to be a shining light and give and receive love. A person of power, a person of grace. The life that I've lived is in every wrinkle on my face. And I love myself so I can love you too. And I know when we're connected, there ain't nothing we can't do. So let's shine, let's all shine. Let's let our big, bright, brilliant beam of radiant light shine. I see you shine, yes you shine. I see your big, bright, brilliant beam of radiant light shine. Watch me shine, oh I shine. I let my big, bright, brilliant beam of radiant light shine. Shine, let's all shine. Let's let our big, bright, brilliant beam of radiant light shine.
Let me see if I can follow this. Thank you, guys. Wonderful, wonderful. It's always wonderful, I always say it, just to have live music for something like this. And I am, of course, a little partial to it because at one point I wanted to be a musician, I'm going to put it that way. So I did lose my place when I first got up here to do the opening prayer, so I apologize. I am Reverend Harold Correa. I live in Orlando, but I love to come here any chance that I'm able to, that I am called to be here. Thank you for having me, and I thank Reverend Vernell for having me on the board. Thank you so much. The title of my talk, as you may have seen, is The Cornerstone. I like to start off with a definition, even though I know you all know what it is, but just to get us in the context of what I'm going to talk about. So a cornerstone, or foundation stone, or setting stone, is the first stone set in the construction of a masonry foundation. All other stones will be set in reference to this stone, thus determining the position of the entire structure. The other definition is the cornerstone is a basic, essential, or most important part of something. So with that in mind, I'd like to ask you a question. What do you think is the cornerstone of any spiritual growth? And I actually want answers. This is not rhetorical. If you want to shout out anything, what do you think is the cornerstone of any spiritual growth?
A deep-seated belief.
Deep-seated belief. I heard love. Faith. Wonderful. Embracing the shadow. Ooh. You must have seen my talk. Huh?
My I am presence.
Your I am presence. Beautiful. And what did you say back then? Go ahead. Sorry? Trauma. Okay. Hope. I think we got the advanced class here. I think my job is no music. No, just kidding. So what I came up with is that the cornerstone of any spiritual work starts with that desire to grow spiritually, that desire to connect to the divine, that desire to awaken. Neil Maxwell from, I forgot their names, but he's a Mormon. He coined the phrase, the divine discontent. So that desire to grow spiritually, I think, is also that divine discontent. And that divine discontent is like where you are now to where you see yourself being at your highest. That divine discontent is also truly a gift from God that will inspire you into action, into move into your higher self. For myself, and I'm sure we all have had some kind of divine discontent in this room right now, or else you would not be here, I don't think. And everybody has their own way of coming into, I'm going to say specifically here, into this Unity Church. For me, it kind of happened in steps, I think, thinking back, and it probably does for everybody else. I remember as a kid, I was raised Catholic, and as a kid, my best friend became a Seventh-day Adventist. And he was more about the specifics of talking about Jesus and everything. He would talk to me about it. I remember he was not trying to convert me or anything. He was just talking about it, and it started to make me think, what is this person Jesus all about? So it started making me think, not thinking that I'm going to do anything else with it, but, I just started getting curious. Now, for the first 13 years of my life, I was in my home country of Colombia. And when I left Colombia, my parents had come here to New York, to be specific. So we moved to New York. So I left my home. And I moved to New York. A couple years go by, I'm not feeling like I belong there. And I had a chance to come back to Colombia to do a summer vacation. And I was so grateful to be back. But after I came back to New York from my vacation, I realized I don't feel like I belong in Colombia either. And I still don't feel like I belong in New York. And it made me want to search for more. There's got to be something else to it, because I was feeling a little depressed about it. So I knew that there was more to do that I needed to look for. I didn't know exactly what it was. Which brings me to my next point. Once you know that the cornerstone of your spiritual work is to grow spiritually, to have that desire to grow spiritually, you have to be willing to do the work. And I think most of us here are willing to do the work, or else we wouldn't be here, I hope. Now, that willingness to do the work is going to run into some discomfort. As Carl Jung puts it, we're going to have to work on our shadow self. We're going to have to do that shadow work. And that shadow work is that process of looking and exploring and acknowledging those repressed or ignored parts of ourselves, that trauma that we may have had as children, and we need to reconcile with them and actually learn to live with them. Because the truth is, we are not one or the other. We are, I'm going to call it our light self and our shadow self. After all, we're here in a dualistic world, or else we wouldn't be here right now, right? For me, of course, it was about the fact that I started feeling like I didn't belong. And on top of that, of course, and you may have heard me, the couple of you that might know me by now, I had a rough childhood as far as my upbringing because of how my dad was with us. So there was a time where I didn't feel like I belonged, not just because I didn't feel like I belonged in Colombia or in New York, but like I didn't belong in the family either. I knew they were my parents, but I wanted more. I was hoping for more joy, which at the time I wasn't getting. And I started looking for, which is my point 3, asking for guidance. So you need to be willing to ask for guidance. At the time, I didn't know how that looked like. And the guidance I'm talking about, and I'm sure you all are aware of, our unity principle number 4 of prayer and meditation is how you get that true divine guidance, because you are aligning your heart mind with divine mind. And you know that when you are aligning with the divine mind, all your thoughts, all your words, all your actions can come from that higher self. And you are able to be the best that you could be in whatever it is that you're doing. And of course, being of service to all those around you. Now, I said that I didn't really know what I was doing as far as asking for guidance. So, as I think probably most of us, if not all of us, the first way we first learned how to pray was supplication, right? Am I the only one in thinking this? Please, God. I literally, one of those days that I was feeling very depressed, I said, please, God, I need a sign. And lo and behold, I had to go into the restroom. I won't explain why. And I had never noticed this. This was at night. And I had never noticed that through the bathroom window, there was a light on the outside that was shining into the bathroom. And I had never noticed it till that moment. That light made a perfect cross. And that was my sign to stay hopeful, to keep going, and just to know that there was someone or something guiding me and keeping me safe. So, having said all this, what do you think the best guidance to ask for is? I'm sorry? What type, though? What type of guidance? I'll go ahead and tell you. Somebody's been reading my notes. Wisdom. Yes, and we actually get this from the Bible. We know from 1 Kings chapter 3 where God asked Solomon what he wants, and he asked for a discerning mind. Instead of asking for riches or power, that's what he asked for. And because he asked for that, God tells him that he's going to give him everything else that he needs. And I'm going to read from Wisdom chapter 7, verses 7 through 12, where Solomon is speaking of this very thing that happened to him. Therefore I prayed, and prudence was given me. I pleaded, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her, wisdom, to scepter and throne, and deemed riches nothing in comparison with her. Nor did I liken any priceless gem to her, because all gold in view of her is a bit of sand. And before her, silver is to be accounted mire. Beyond health and beauty, I loved her, and I chose to have her rather than the light, because her radiance never ceases. Yet all good things together came to me with her, and countless riches at her hands. I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom is their leader, though I had not known that she is their mother. So yes, I equate that divine guidance, or the way to get that guidance, by asking for wisdom. Just like it says here, when we ask for wisdom, all those things that we are desiring in our physicalness, in our physical world, will start to manifest for us. If it's something that you were hoping for, something you wanted to do, maybe even somebody to see. And it's just, as I say that, I was talking about my best friend earlier, and because I had been doing this work, it's been 10 years last that I went to Colombia, not the last time, but the time before. But quite a few years had passed before I had gone back to visit. And that year I remember I went, and in my mind, I had lost track of my best friend, and I didn't know how to get a hold of him. I had an idea that he still lived in the city, but somewhere. And maybe because I was working on that already, I had started my ministerial school already. Something aligned that I mentioned to one of my aunts that I wanted to run into my best friend. And she's like, well, he does live nearby. Maybe we can see if we can find out where he is. But that first day that we got to my city there, we had to go get something from one of the malls. And the mall was at a walking distance. So we started walking down there. And we're walking down the sidewalk. And lo and behold, my friend is walking right to me. And I should not say walking. Long story, he has been in a wheelchair for a while. But my aunt looked at him, and he's like, isn't that your friend? All I had to do was think about it. I'd mentioned it to her, but it's not like she picked up the phone and said, hey, meet us. We're on our way here. So things align for you when you get yourself connected to the divine. So once you ask for guidance, what do you think comes next? Once you ask for guidance, you should accept it, right? Because if you're like me, at least in the beginning, you get these little nudges, these visions, these thoughts, and you disregard them because you're like, nah, that can't be true. That's not right. That doesn't make sense. So it took me a while to get to accept it, to get to be able to hear it and accept it, and then move from it. So yes, once you accept it, I just mentioned the next step is taking action, right? This is our fifth principle in unity, that is not enough to know the principles. You must take action. You have to live the truth of who and what you are. So yes, I started getting these, thinking back about everything. I started listening to guidance back when I was still in New York and I was still young. And one thing led to another. And one of the things, I was going to school for something that I should have never tried, which was to become a lab technician. Any medical people here, just in case? Okay, I'm not going to talk bad about you guys. Don't worry about it. It was definitely not for me. After it took me 3 times, not once, not twice, 3 times, to pass a class called organic chemistry, I knew this could not be for me. And that's when I changed my major to music. And then music led on where I ended up becoming an audio engineer, which is where our guys back there are helping us with the sound so that you can hear me and you can actually also see with the video and everything. So I started taking action, and one thing led to another. I decided, okay, if I'm going to be in school, let me take something that I really like or love, music. My grades went from, they were so bad that they kicked me out of school, to be honest with you. So I went back to school. I had to take off a whole semester to get back into school. And at that point, my grades shot through the roof. Now, fast forward, we moved to Orlando. And in Orlando, I made a conscious decision that I was going to follow my joy. And I met friends. Normally, I would be shy and not talk to anybody. But I made it a point that at work, if somebody said, hey, you want to go do something? I say yes. And I made friends. I started going out. And I dare say now that if it wasn't for that, I may not have met my wife, because it was one of those things that I would never go out by myself either. I always had to have a friend. But there was one time that I just felt so good about myself. And yes, I wanted to dance. And yes, it was salsa. And I knew it was Wednesday night at this hotel. And I happened to be nearby, so I stuck around till it was time to go in. And lo and behold, I met my wife. Now, all these things have been happening to me. I was talking about how I went to Colombia in 2014. And when I was there, one of my cousins, we actually got together, we had a nice little party. And my cousin, who follows me in age, just by 3 months or so, we were in kind of like a circle, and she picked up her chair, her seat, and walked all the way with it and sat in front of me, facing me. And she said, I just wanted to tell you something, Harold, that every time I think of you, there's this memory I have when we were kids, that when we were kids, that I was about the age of 9, that I would have her and my 2 younger sisters put sheets over their head, and that I would tell them that they were the nuns, and that I was going to be the priest. And I had completely forgotten about that for years and years and years till she mentioned it. And it took me a moment to really remember after she said that. The first thing that I remember is when she said that I used to take the bananas and slice them as communion wafers so I could give it to them. And as I understand, my grandmother was not too happy about that. So yes, you want to listen for your divine discontent, and listen to that desire to want to grow spiritually, to want to connect to the divine. Be willing to do the work. Be willing to ask for that guidance. And yes, be willing to receive it, to accept it. And of course, once you accept it, let's take action. And what do you think goes after that? Rinse and repeat. Keep doing it. Keep that cornerstone as part of your life in everything that you're doing throughout your life, so that you can move forward, so that as you get more used to listening to that divine guidance and asking for it, of course, know that that is the best way to be in life. Make it part of your life. No matter how minor something might be, ask for that divine guidance. What is mine to do for this or for that? What is mine to do right here, right now? And know that once you get that guidance, you are moving from your highest self, and it'll be easier to be of service to all those around you, so that you can be that light that you want to see in the world, that you can be that love that you want to see in the world. So my suggestion is, yes, do the work, ask for guidance, receive it, take action on it, and remember something. The journey is just as important as the destination. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Harold. We appreciate that talk, and it just goes to demonstrate that we are glad that you became an ordained unity minister and not a Catholic priest to come up and speak with us today. We are so blessed. We're blessed in a variety of ways. Reverend Harold's talk and his meditation today. We're blessed by your presence, both in person and virtually as well. We're blessed by the folks who are standing and seated behind me and to my left. These musicians, and musicians doesn't really go to the depth of the services and the joy and the inspiration that they bring. So thank you. We are absolutely so blessed to have you. And it's now our opportunity to share in that blessing, because in Unity we believe in one of the spiritual laws called the law of circulation. The law of circulation. You can breathe as much as you want in, and once you're at that capacity, you got to let it out. You got to let that flow, that air flow through you so that you can continue to breathe, or you're going to pass out. And if you think that you don't have the ability or the capability or the opportunity, I would offer to you, you as a human being in a spiritual experience cannot outgive God. You cannot outgive God. And the measure that you give, you get back. Tenfold. So in a moment, the musicians are going to sing God is My Source, because God is the God of your understanding. May not be the same as mine, but there is one true belief, and that is the God of our understanding is the source of all. We don't worry about air. We don't worry that there is not enough. We do, but we shouldn't. We shouldn't. And there are a number of ways to give. You can drop off a check. You can drop off cash in the basket in front of me. For those of you online, you can select the donate button on our website. Joseph is just posting a link to that in the chat stream on Facebook and on YouTube. For those inclined to give via debit card or credit card, we can actually take that as well. There are a variety of ways in which to give. I'm not going to ask you how. We're not going to stand over here and watch as you drop into the basket. But when you do come up, please drop a donation in the basket. Bless the basket. Bless the basket. And then as you turn to your left, there is a basket full of affirmations. These affirmations are specifically chosen for each one of you. So do not think that what you pick out of the basket, oh, I don't like that one, I'm going to grab another one. That goes to that cornerstone that Reverend Harold was talking about. That light that shined through the window that created an inspiration to him in that moment. That's what these affirmations are in these baskets. They're an inspiration for you in this now moment. So please take the affirmation. Bless the basket, take the affirmation, and then please join us in just a few minutes as we then give our acknowledgement for all of these tithes and blessings. And yes, we have no bananas for a communion today, but we do have affirmations. So I'm going to ask you if you would join me today as we affirm our prosperity affirmation. Please join me as we say and affirm divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I have, all that I circulate, and I am grateful.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Take it, run. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Stoney on the organ. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Nick on the drums. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Nikki on piano today. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Please stand and join us in singing I'm So Grateful. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Let's bless our abundance right here, right now. Knowing that as we give, we do receive. We know that we truly are our own source because we are connected to that divine source that we call God, we call the Christ within. We know that when we allow this to be who and what we are, we can show abundance, prosperity in everything that we are and everything that we knew. We know that as we give, we get back pressed down, shaken together, and running over. For a greater understanding of this law, we give thanks, and so it is. Amen. Thank you.
There are a variety of ways in which you can support this ministry, your time, talent, and treasure, as well as testimony. And you'll see a sign on our what wall that gives you some suggestions or thoughts on ways other than just through the donations in which you can continue to support this ministry. We have what's known as a what wall. I mentioned we have a why, how, what, and you'll find on that what wall, which is out in our foyer, with information about classes and activities that are coming up, some of which I'm going to talk about just very, very briefly. But if you want more information or you want to sign up for some of these activities and classes, please fill out a little form that says, I'm interested, and drop it in the box, the little black box that says Dropbox on it. And we'll be contacting you from about that as well. The election is coming up very, very soon, several weeks. And for the last several months, we at Unity of Melbourne have been participating with other New Thought ministries and other New Thought practitioners in 100 days of mindful practice. And it speaks to each of us having an election intention, where we hold a high watch for safe elections, getting out of the partisanship, getting away from the division of what has become this political season, as we hold the high watch. And there's information about how you can participate actively in these 100 days of mindful practice out on the What Wall as well. When you're out in the lobby area, don't forget to feed the kitty. Coffee is not free, except for here, but we do have to pay for it so that you can drink the coffee. And there's information out there, a little jar about feeding the kitty as well. Linda Boyd, who is in the front row, is going to be starting the Qigong on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. It was supposed to start last week, but it didn't. Now, Qigong reduces stress, strengthens the immune system, increases energy, improves flexibility, balance. It improves respiratory, circulatory, cardiovascular, and lymphatic functions, and is often referred to as acupuncture without needles. And Linda, I'm sure, will be out in the foyer area if you want to ask her any questions about it. And there is a $5 per class love offering for that as well. And then, well, there you go. Come and try it. And again, it's Wednesdays here at the church from 1 until 2 p.m. Maggie Roche has taken charge of End of Life Matters, and I think, Pat is also going to be doing this. This is an annual activity that we engage with. We all know that the human life experience here is a journey of birth, loss, death, and eternal life. And every October, we honor this season around the end of October to explore End of Life Matters. We're going to host another Lunch and Learn entitled Giving the Gift of the 5 Wishes. And we've got folks from the Health First Hospice, and that's going to be the 20th and the 27th. So those are coming up. And will be light refreshments will be provided, and I believe there's a registration on the What Wall for that as well. Just let me see what the next slide happens to be. Okay. The 12 Powers of Christmas. Maggie Roche is taking the Unity 12 Powers, and you can see the powers in the frames that are lining our sanctuary. The 12 Powers are thoughts, ideas, and concepts that Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore came to create and identify, that each of these powers hold an aspect of the truth of who we are. And what Maggie Roche has done is taken these 12 powers and turned them kind of on their side with the 12 days of Christmas, but we're now taking that idea and making it the 12 powers of Christmas. And this is a 5-week class. It's going to be offered Tuesdays here at the church from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. And for those of you who are unable to make it here during Tuesday lunch hour, She's also offering it Wednesday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30 on Zoom. There is a flyer, again, on the what wall, and if you're interested, please sign up on that. For those of you who are joining us virtually, Joseph, I believe, is just posting a link that you can register online as well. Next Sunday, Spooky Songs and Stories are going to be taking place right here at 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. It's going to be featuring the Youth in Harmony a cappella choir. And they're going to have storytellers, and it's a great opportunity to do something that is not gore. The best way to put it. However, some of the stories that are going to be presented, as I understand, are maybe not necessarily good for those under the age of -4 or 9. So take from -4 to 9, and anybody who's not in that range, please feel free to come by. That's going to be right here in the sanctuary, 1:30 p.m. Spooky Songs and Stories. It's been a couple of years since we actually did that. Yes, have not done it here yet. Why haven't we done it here? Because...
We did it in this room last year.
Oh, last year?
Yeah, we did. Last October, right after we moved in.
I was going to say, this, ladies and gentlemen, you may not be aware, this is our 1-year anniversary in this space. A lot has transpired in the last year. It really has. Anyway, we do have prayer chaplains who are available here today. Unity was founded on prayer. And we have prayer chaplains who will be here in the sanctuary to pray with you. If you are in need of prayer, they'll be in the back corner of the sanctuary. For those who want to leave a prayer request, we have a prayer table in the foyer. Your prayer requests are placed in the box. Our prayer chaplains take those prayer requests and pray over them for the 30 days. Then they send them to Silent Unity, where they are prayed for another 30 days. I do want to also mention that I believe next Sunday is the 3rd Sunday of the month, so that means potluck. So between the end of the service and the spooky stories and whatever that was that I mentioned, spooky songs, potluck.
Between service and spooky songs and stories.
Yes, what she said. Thank you. And we do have prayer chaplains, as I mentioned. All right. It is past time. It is past time. Let's go ahead and close today's service, and I'm going to ask you to go ahead and please rise if you are able and join with me as we affirm the expanded prayer for protection. Together we affirm, the light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me. The power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me.
The strength of
God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. And please stay standing, if you would, and join our musicians as they sing, Stand.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy.